Hey Edson, it's Mayor Zahara here for April the 15th with another COVID-19 update. I want to update you on our discussions last night at our Committee of the Whole meeting. Town Council met to discuss our emergency 2020 budget and strategies moving forward on how we're going to deal with COVID-19. I talked about yesterday approximately $1.8 million of savings was found within our operating budget that we would be able to remove this year. That administration proposed, and council agreed with most of that list. You can see the complete list at edson.ca. But there's a couple items that we did discuss that will be moving forward this year. That does include, we are going to still have a street sweeping this year, as well as sidewalk repair also going to be continuing this year as well as part of a normal budget that was initially planned to be removed. However, council felt it was really important that we continue maintaining our sidewalks. We know that there's a number that are deteriorating and more people are walking, so we want to ensure those are in fair shape. As well, council discussed on what we're going to do with the $1.8 million in savings that we've found this year. Important to note, there's going to be some pretty significant service disruptions and reductions this year. We announced one earlier today. Landfill hours, not going to have summer hours this year, and it's going to be closed every second Tuesday. So some real impacts in our community. We don't make these decisions lightly, but really important to find these savings to help out our tax base. So council decided last night that we'd like to see around a 5% tax decrease this year for municipal taxpayers, and the rest of the funds available of the $1.8 million will be put into a savings account. Now that savings account will be used for future recovery. One of the challenges that we have is we don't know how long this shutdown is going to be, and we don't know the long-term impacts on our business community and our residents. So we want to make sure that we have funds available towards the end of this year and into next year to helping individuals and help businesses out as we recover from COVID-19. We also don't know how many people are not going to be able to pay their taxes, so we need to have the cash flow available to maintain services, as well as we don't know what kind of provincial and federal programs are going to be coming forward for 2021, which ones are going to be canceled. So we want to make sure we have a lot of flexibility as more information comes known. But for the immediate part of this, taxpayers can expect around a 5% decrease. We don't know yet if that's going to apply to everybody in our community or if we're going to focus a tax relief on our non-residential sector. One of the important key pieces of this is getting our economy back up and running and getting people back to work. And the best way we can do that is by supporting our business community. But we also know individuals have some challenges as well. So council will have a further deliberation on that here in a couple of weeks as we set mill rates to determine where that savings is going to go for the short term for the remainder of 2020. We also discussed about a $100 utility credit, which would be applied to residential accounts this year. So if you are a residential utility user and you're paying your bills, you're getting a bill right now, there would be a $100 credit applied to help with cash flow in your individual households and help with that deferral program that we announced as well. One of the challenges is with deferral, you're going to have a bigger bill if you're not keeping up on your bills. So finding some relief that way. We also know that not everybody is impacted the same way with COVID-19 and what's going on with our economy. So we do ask if you are going to be benefiting from some of these programs, that if you have extra cash available, for example, you don't need that $100 credit on your utility bill, that you use that to support our local business community when it reopens, as well as supporting local nonprofits, your favorite nonprofit organizations in our community. If we're all doing our part, we're going to be able to get through this stronger together. We are going to be maintaining our capital plan. There was a little bit of some slight adjustments to that, but we are going to continue with about $1.2 million worth of paving this year. Design work on First Avenue between 54th Street and 48th Street going to continue. We're also going to be continuing with work out at Vision Park. And a number of other initiatives that we had planned in our capital plan. We're of course going to be looking at different ways to apply for new provincial grants or federal grants that might be coming available as a part of a stimulus package, and make adjustments as we need to capitalize on the extra cash that we may be able to get through COVID-19. But capital planning is going to continue as we planned in the past. On that note, we're going to have more information rolling out in the weeks ahead. Council still has to pass this at a formal council meeting, which will be coming up next week. So we'll formalize that next week, and then following that, we will be setting our mill rates and determining where those savings are going to go from a residential and a non-residential point of view. On that note, as you can see, my puppies are wanting some playtime now, so I'm going to get offline here, and we will talk to you tomorrow. Edson, stay safe, be kind, and we'll talk to you tomorrow.